Good morning, everybody. We're going to start our COT report here for the data that came out on Friday, November 1st. Apologies for the delay. I was out of town for the weekend. We're going to start off with the S&P, but just a quick reminder that derivatives trading is inherently risky and past performance is not indicative of future returns. So to start off with the S&P, commercials did add to their net short position last week, and then we saw the liquidation happen towards the end of the week, and we will watch that again as we move forward into the week ahead. But remember, the house will always win in the long end. With the election and FOMC this week, there is no lack of major catalysts to watch for, as we have the last 2 weeks of our biggest risk window as we head into the end of the year. That will end, that risk window kind of ends around November 18th. We'll have to watch this very closely as this is the most tumultuous time in the markets. To recap from last week, we were looking for a rotational price between 58.20 and our pivot at 58.62. And we had a nice play out here of holding 58.20 early in the week, staying around that 58.62. Once we broke 58.20, we made a quick move down to our lower pivot and almost to our lower target of 57.23. We stopped just a few points shy there. So there were several clear trades both on the long and short side. And now for the week ahead, we're going to be watching for rotational price between 57.46 and 58.48 with our pivot at 57.95. If we get over 58.45, our pivot is 58.98 with a target of 59.28, and under 57.46, our pivot is 57.04 with a target of 56.73. It's likely we see an expansion of the range with the election and FOMC this week, but we'll make any updates to those on our X account daily as the week goes on. And then a quick recap here on natural gas. Commercials did add again to their long position to a new 3-year max position. So we'll stay on watch for the long side to develop. As laid out last week, we were looking for rotational from 3.202 to 2.863 with our pivot at 3.026. And once we failed 3.026, we wanted to watch that 2.863, and failure there, we knew to take longs off the tables. And so there were a few short opportunities there down to our lower target of 2.693 or 696 laid out in last week's video. For the week ahead, we will want to see the market get over 2.821 to begin looking for longs with a target of 3.002. We had this area between last week between 2.863 and 696 as the accumulation zone for that long position. And if we get over that 2.821, we want to see that hold looking for a move up to that pivot and then to the end target over 3.202 and 3.288. Last week, we did discuss positioning and seeing the shifts in the market. Today, we want to focus on the insurance positioning in the market, as currently there is an overabundance of insurance bought ahead of the election, making the insurance providers of the market flush with capital and protection. This does have a direct relationship on the moves that will likely happen, as this is the money that is in the market and the business that is occurring. So we are sitting at about twice as much as necessary. And knowing these key pieces of information, we can understand what moves are likely and how to best prepare ourselves for the game ahead. So while there is an abundance of uncertainty in the days ahead that will lead to repositioning, rehedging, and redistribution as we head into the end of the year, we are also oversupplied with insurance for tomorrow. Which means that just like in a natural disaster, if the hurricane hits, the insurance providers wouldn't have an issue stepping in and providing relief. We are going to see a similar dynamic in the markets as we head into the election and Wednesday and Thursday. This effect shouldn't come as a surprise on the trades to be on a lookout for. If you are unsure how to use this information or how to find this positioning in the billions in capital tied to it, then be sure to check us out at Six Trading Academy for our next course sessions and our Discord offerings. Have a great week, everybody. and don't forget to vote.